Hey yo, WWE 2K22 is finally here, and it is the latest in the long-running series of wrestling games. A queue is provided for the purposes of a review. And it's good. Why anyone is hyping it up to be more than that is beyond me. Right, the main menu. We're straight into another awful modern thing that is about as welcoming as being gummed to death by your grandparents after Christmas dinner with Brussels sprouts. And it doesn't get much better than that. Menu after menu behind load time after load time on the 8th generation consoles. I hope you marked out 2 hours to create a superstar, because you'll bloody well need it. Oh yes, and that one Reaper PNG file that was in the games of the mid-aughts is still there because it's a wrestling game. The video game equivalent of Windows, where all the features of Windows 94 is buried somewhere in the deep recesses of the game's code. Though before all of that, we've got the roster to run down, and as my throat is still sore, as was evident in last week's video, this shall be fun. I am so smart. F-A-L-T. F-L-A-T. I was Mr. Miyagi's #1 student. Margot Robbie, never heard of her. I am C. German. A slight variation on the default create a superstar black woman. Andre 3000. Marty DiPolo. The second best cup salesman. Sup, Lightman. Wasn't your brother involved in an attempt to crucify the undead? See, kids? That's what you get for taking drugs from a man in a Technicolor Dreamcoat. My theory is that you're a knockoff of Tyler Breeze. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Everyone's second favourite Keiran. After that SummerSlam return, you've got some balls coming around here, my man. She was born on Olympus. I whip my hair back and forth. Still defunded. With a neck like that, how could you break it? Could I? Look into my eyes. You will see. What you mean to me, I'm coming for you. Nope, I'm not finishing that quote. You reckon if you turn his head upside down it'll look normal? Still the 31st best there is. Was, and ever will be, the Dread Pirate Roberts. An onion with a top knot. Steampunk redneck. Emma Blackery. With that much leather, I'm not surprised she bragged about sex with her partner. He's in the business of hurting you. The extra small Hadron Collider. This generation's Charlie Haas. I'm also surprised your dad has a podcast. I'm just surprised you're here, to be honest. A YouTuber breaking the law. Breaking the law. Ferryhausen, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. You're not allowed near a school with a moustache like that, are you? Now worth £3.50. Debbie, after she did Dallas. Coach Frank. Come on now, where's your accent if you're Scottish? A man that took Billy Ray Cyrus's advice too much. On this day, can you see clearly, Mr. Copeland? All the times, they are a-changing. Why did they release you? The Art of the Deal. Horizon Zero Dawn fans can't take them anywhere. Damn, an Italian rugby player genuinely debuted at WrestleMania. Does anyone remember that? Hey, are you done this time? Stick a pony in his pocket. You're a racist to a point, aren't you, Terry? Huh. So that's what goths look like now. Released. We get it, you liked Forbidden West. The rest of us played a good game. Randy Orton enthusiast. Where's your brother? I doubt he has royal blood. The bland one of the two. Don't I have a magnificent beard? I don't want to know what's in his blood. A former WWE champion. No, I'm not joking. Are you ready, kids? I agree. I'd put the from Riverdale in prison too. If Lucha Underground was still in business, you'd be set for life. Maternity leave. Finn Balor. Currently defending 2022 war criminals. Sex pest. Hawkeye the New. Don't you forget about Keith. Unleaded is now £5.60. Some say he's still being put on Chris Jericho's list, and that his beard is made of carbon fibre. All we know is, he's not the Stig, but the Stig's Canadian cousin. still blames it on the boogie. Botchamania Royal Rumble Edition 2022. I've never seen you before. I bet that annoyed some weird wrestling fans that get excited about January 4th. I wonder what she's come as. It's still not pitch perfect, love. Oh god, the furries are here. I'm gonna need a minute. Scary movie. That must be a really tricky shit. I'm honestly surprised you're still here, if I'm honest. Part-timer in Saudi Arabia. I bet some fans of a niche German promotion love you. Real housewives of wherever Miz and Maurice moved to. I bet we won't see her again. Somehow got the TNA Knockouts title on WWE TV, the 80s called. They want their fashion back. Number 1 cup salesman, Scary Grandpa. They're this big. Made a diamond out of that retribution shit. My venomous penis. I too liked that Netflix show. More bloody furries. If you think God is going to save you from disease, what saved you from being released? Can we stop hiring Scottish people? I'm getting sick of trying to make up jokes here. I'll punch you once. I won't have to do it again. Does a great worm. Oh yeah, sometimes you forget wrestling is a bunch of racial stereotypes. The son of a butcher. The chairwoman. Sometimes I forget. You're still here, genuinely shat in someone's bag, touched his dick, before shaking hands with people and other horrible things, and yet no one calls him out on it. I'm running out of things to say now. To be honest, I was around the K's. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. The Master of Disguise, Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend. That episode of Raw makes me cry every time. So is your son going to be called the third? Goth Charlotte, the Kool-Aid Man. Seriously, I'm getting sick of this by now. Could you look any more like a sex offender? And this is why white people shouldn't do that to their hair. Bobby, probably running for president next time around. A sad CM Punk impersonator, still sits at the kids' table, looking to fight Ronda for naming rights. With a beard like that, I'm not surprised you think there's a conspiracy for Johnny Knoxville to beat you at WrestleMania. A testament to how many times you can be fired from a single company. El Generico, still cousins with Snoopy. Hey, yo, Cruella de Vil. The reason this year's Men's Royal Rumble was a clusterfuck. My personal Jesus, believe it or not, but she likes hurting people. Still in a love triangle with Christina Ricci. I still don't understand why they don't use you more often. Green hair, tattoos, and comes to the ring in a little tank. Yes, I think I've fallen in love. Scary Movie 2, the least colourful gay person. I love your sexy mum. No, don't do that match at WrestleMania. Still just a kid. Scary Movie 3, the only Samoan not related to The Rock. A Christian minister whose son was caught in the biggest embezzlement case in Mississippi, and something that I'm sure the internet would call ironic. I don't know, a bunch of fouls. If you use that more often, you might win some bloody matches. Oddly used to work in a coal mine, still has nightmares about Saudi Arabia, doesn't have anywhere else to go now. Seriously, why do they keep releasing all the good women's wrestlers, but Eva Marie is still there? 7th reboot of the River Trent. If I watched Vince kick my creation to death, I'd have a heart attack too. Lots of men are still coming down from her stratisfaction. Tuckay, you're not even holding the moustache. Even I'm surprised you're still here. Over 9,000! Was crucified in 2005. Made wrestling fans think Limp Bizkit was actually good. I am your angel of music. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. When Dad keeps rolling. What? The other German, a man's man, all the good things and the bad things that may be. Trumpet enthusiast, a right Del boy, I don't know. What did I say earlier? A Samoan's bitch. A sex pest's dominatrix. My kind of dominatrix. I don't bloody know. Happier NXT filled times? With a host of changes that were present in WWE 2K20, though no one in their right mind could play that for more than a minute, it is strange to get a handle on. Reversals have been moved from RT/R2 and LT/L2 to Y, X and A, or if you're on PlayStation, triangle, square and X. I'll have none of this cross bollocks. That would be great if it could actually work all the time. But the X and A nonsense, it is a piss in the wind if you'll actually reverse or not, because you have to read the moves properly. you're only prompted on why. Overall, there's a lack of precision common throughout, making each match a nightmare to know what you have or haven't done. Yes, the star system has returned, though I'll clear up my annoyances with that in a second. Your heavy and light attacks are mapped to X and A, but if you hold down RT and either one of those, you'll do your finisher or signature, with B now your submissions. What was wrong with the holds? What was wrong with the 2K17 systems? I haven't even mentioned that you can Elden Ring style roll like Seth Rollins that one time. Overall, the gameplay is fine, but there was a large return this year, which turns out to be smaller than most would have anticipated, or even liked. My GM is the latest iteration of the GM mode of yesteryear, and categorically lifeless in comparison. Once again, you'll take control of a brand within WWE, and as I'll keep having to tell my dad, AEW isn't one of them. You'll take control of SmackDown, Raw, NXT, or NXT UK, fighting only one of them at a time. Something that makes the idea of intra-company rivalries about as interesting as a blank sheet of paper when only half of them are involved. However, what annoys me more about all of this is the simple fact that we're pottering about with the star system to define the quality of the show, and yet when you play the matches, there is no star system. There is no point to play the matches to get a higher rating because you can't do it, so you might as well simulate the whole thing, and at the longest period of your tenure, you can only do 50 weeks. With the dull gameplay, which is coming from a fan of simulators, there is no point in playing the matches other than to prolong that with which you can get elsewhere. Why Rise has had a kick up the arse, the new version of the Create a Superstar RPG, it is a slow and exhausting affair, but at least it's voiced throughout. Personally, I'm not as much of a fan for just how trite the story happens to be, featuring the returns of the likes of Baron Blade, and heavily influenced by current and former WWE stars, it is trying to keep the magic alive while also pulling back the curtain, often doing one more so than the other, which bothers me. Showcase mode does have its usual issues of dictating a majority of your objectives to you without actually being able to make that fun or intuitive with a new control scheme, ultimately making the entire thing a mess of constantly pausing to figure out how to do things properly. The creation tools feel duller than some of their sharper predecessors, making the arena creation and entrance creation a set of templates that have very little flexibility to them. In fact, the video creation tool with its alpha maps and detail is probably the sharpest outside of the Superstar creation, though personally I think the Superstar creation tool is set up to be as cumbersome as possible, making it a nightmare to traverse. Ultimately, WWE 2K22 is a good game, but it is the bare minimum that should have been expected from Visual Concepts and 2K after 2 years between releases.